And I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Madam President, we would like to thank the Assistant Secretary General, Ms. Martha Popey, and we also thank the Special Envoy, Huang Xia, for their reports. We welcome the participation in this meeting of ours of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Mr. Christophe Lutundula, as well as the representatives of Rwanda and Uganda. Similarly to other members of the Council, we're also very concerned by the serious outbreak of hostilities in the east of DRC. We do hope that the Congolese armed forces, together with the UN peacekeepers and international partners, will be able to quickly restore control over the situation as regards security and also prevent further escalation of violence. We would like to point out, as a separate matter, that the MONUSCO armed forces and the Blue Helmets are valiantly doing their duty and every day risk their lives to preserve peace in the east of DRC Congo. As an urgent priority for today, we have the cessation of hostilities and the beginning of dialogue. And this is because it is not possible to achieve quality normalization in DRC Congo using exclusively military means. We call upon the illegal armed groups to stop their attacks, reject violence, and start a dialogue with the government of the Congo. After a ceasefire, what needs to follow are the kinds of measures and steps which would lead to a genuine change in the overall situation. We think that a key role to move forward the work of having a lasting peace and reconciliation need to be played by a frank and constructive interaction amongst regional states. It is important here to refrain from confrontational rhetoric, to overcome existing mutual mistrust and divergences of opinion, to support and promote development of the processes which were launched and continue taking place in Nairobi. It is important to do everything possible to make sure that the leaning of neighboring countries, that this be translated into practical, to dialogue, that be translated into practical interaction for stabilization. This is, of course, in the interest of all countries in the region as well as the international community. We cannot allow the repetition of the bloody events of the past or the backsliding to a large-scale hostilities which will once again hit the region hard and whose consequences for us and first and foremost for the citizens of the Congo is something that we'll have to be overcoming for decades. In practically speaking, we think it's important to fully use the tool we have under the regional mechanism to verify the implementation of the peace, security, and cooperation framework. It is important, furthermore, to concentrate efforts on developing and implementing such programs for disarmament, demobilization, and social integration of former combatants, which would significantly increase the number of those who leave the armed groups for good. The Congolese people have suffered from violence and armed conflicts for far too long. People need to have hope for peace and normal life. And we do hope that Kinshasa, with the assistance from the UN, regional states, and international community, will be able to curb the acute recent threats and then change towards tasks in nation building and socioeconomic development. And this is particularly important in view of the presidential elections planned for late 2023. These elections are to become a key stage in stabilizing the Democratic Republic of the Congo. I thank you for your attention.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for her statement.